this is Filip Rakowski from Vue Storefront, and I have a performance tip for you. Let's talk about Lodash. It's a library that probably needs no introduction, but for those of you who never used it, Lodash is a utility library and it provides functions that simplify working with arrays, objects, functions, strings, basically anything in JavaScript. And it contains functions that allow you to, for example, delay function execution, flatten a multi-dimensional array, check if an object has a certain key, and many more. In fact, Lodash has more than 200 utilities. So no surprise that it's the most popular utility library in JavaScript. The entire Lodash library with its all utility functions weighs 14 kilobytes. That's quite a lot for what it does, but in the real world applications, we'll rarely use even 5% of what Lodash is offering. Unfortunately, we can very easily accidentally pull the whole Lodash into our bundle, even if we are using just a single function. For example, isNull. This function has literally just a few lines of code, yet it could cost us 14 kilobytes of JavaScript. If you import Lodash as one object, for example aliasing it with underscore, that is a very common pattern, then no matter how many utilities you will use, it will always pull all Lodash utilities into your production bundle. Which means a few lines of safe code will cost us 14 kilobytes, so avoid the syntax at all costs. Surprisingly, the same thing happens if we import only one of the utilities. It also results in pulling the whole utility library into our bundle. You can inspect it with a tool like Webpack Bundle Analyzer and you will see all of the utilities there. It happens because Lodash by default is a CommonJS library. Tree shaking, which is a dead code elimination algorithm, doesn't work out of the box with CommonJS libraries. Luckily, Lodash is allowing us to import its utilities directly from their location in the package. And this way, we are basically pulling the code only from the specific directory where this particular utility resides. And we can achieve the same thing by using a Lodash ES library that supports tree shaking of individual modules. But ES imports doesn't work in all browsers. So the previous option seems to be a little bit more reliable. And when speaking about using Lodash, it's kind of impossible to not mention this repository, and I strongly recommend to take a look at it before you decide to use Lodash. It has a lot of copy-pastable examples of achieving the same results as you get with Lodash utilities using vanilla JavaScript, because many of the Lodash utilities ended up being implemented in ECMAScript, and right now they are basically obsolete. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this tip, and if you want more, you know where to find them.